माफिया को मिट्टी में मिला देंगे. This is what Yogi Adityanath had said. Is that actually happening? This mafia don is scared. In under 24 hours, there'll be a judgment that will be pronounced in the Umeshpal abduction case. Is the long arm of the law finally catching up with mafia don turned politician Atiq Ahmed? Or is there merit in the opposition saying that the fear is not of the law, it's of extrajudicial killings? Joining me on India First is Anila Singh representing the BJP, Ashutosh Verma represents the Samajwadi Party, Dr. Vikram Singh is former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police, joining us for a police perspective. But Ashutosh Verma, was Akhilesh Yadav fear-mongering when he spoke of the vehicle overturning when Atiq Ahmed was being brought to Naini jail? That fear-mongering, sir, has flopped. The prison van is in Naini prison.
So, Gaurav, how did you get impression that Akhilesh Yadav got a fear-mongering of encounter of Atiq Ahmed? What is the connection with Atiq Ahmed with Samajwadi Party presently? Atiq Ahmed has not been a part of Samajwadi Party since last 5 to 6 years. In fact, in 2018, by Fulpur, Atiq Ahmed contested against the Samajwadi Party, and there was a rumor across the state that Atiq Ahmed will be the Hanuman for BJP in the Fulpur. From that day, it has been preserved by Bharatiya Janata Party for these days. Basically, Atiq Ahmed is now going to play like an asset for Bharatiya Janata Party rather than liability of anybody. Okay, so it's a political game by Bharatiya Janata Party.
He's an asset for the BJP. Anila Singh, BJP MP Subrat Pathak said no one should be surprised if Atiq Ahmed's vehicle overturns. So why blame Akhilesh Yadav? Isn't Atiq Ahmed's fear that there could be an encounter or his vehicle will overturn, isn't that justified, madam?
My Ram Ram to everyone. And since this whole episode started with the sad murder of Umeshpal, what we are observing? We are observing one thing, Gaurav, that day in and day out, spokespersons, leaders, president of Samajwadi Party, they are advocating for Atiq Ahmed, and that is for reality. For once, Mr. Verma is not going to say that whatever Atiq Ahmed did, whatever in today's date Atiq Ahmed's gang do, that is absolutely wrong, illegal. They are indulged in heinous crime, but they will not. But Mr. Verma cannot say that because his own big face, Mr. Ram Gopal Yadav, he did the PC, और उन्होंने बोला बेचारे अतीक अहमद का कहीं एनकाउंटर ना हो जाए, कहीं उसकी हत्या ना हो जाए, बेचारे अतीक अहमद. So this is the mindset, this is the thought process of Samajwadi Party. How Mr. Verma can decline this fact that yes.
Let me take this to Dr. Vikram Singh. Dr. Vikram Singh, whether it's Ram Gopal Yadav or Akhilesh Yadav, are they fear-mongering? I mean, Akhilesh Yadav, after all, as former chief minister, knows how the administration functions, especially given the track record of the UP police in the Vikas Dubey vehicle overturning mysteriously case as late as 2020.
Gaurav did 3 quick points. All these 2 senior leaders are iconic and they're very senior, and their statements are bizarre and irresponsible to say the least. Bias and hypocrisy are inbuilt, and there are multiple targets in whatever they have said. One, the appeasement, and the second, to stand like the rock of Gibraltar in the defense of Atiq Ahmed. Not a word of condemnation about his depredations and his blood-sucking habits. He was a vampire and a Frankenstein. Not a word of condemnation. So the truth is obvious and apparent. It's a different matter. He also accused the Gaurav, you failed to mention that he also accused the police. Don't think for a moment that you can absolve yourself if the vehicle gets overturned. There will be maps. We can take the help of Google. Do you think for a moment that we are the lathi-wielding police? Well, we have IIT toppers in the STF and the UP police. They know what air reconnaissance is and satellite imaging is, artificial intelligence, the use of facial recognition software and the like. We are the best in the world. So don't try to give us tutorials on how to police. And then we know what the faithful and implicit implementation of rule of law is. And to that extent, we are proud of our record.
Fair enough.
And
let me take this one thing.
Not a single.
Go on, sir.
Not a single culprit has escaped the dragnet of the UP police till now, starting from Sultana in 1920s till date. And nobody, either Assad or Shaista, is going to escape.
That's a strong point you're making there. Of course, it does remain some time, whether it's Guddu Muslim or Shaista or Assad and several others, they're still absconding. But Ashutosh Verma, respond. Anila Singh says, Bechare Atiq Ahmed, And you heard Dr. Vikram Singh saying not a word of condemnation for the actions of Atiq Ahmed.
No, Gaurav, we are very clear that we told it that it's a gangster, and we totally condemn. Who says that we are praising Atiq Ahmed? We
Bechara
totally
Atiq
condemn.
Ahmed.
In fact, let me complete my. No, who say Bichara? Play the video. At least I've got to hear. At least
Okay.
I get here from
Fair
Bechara
enough.
Atiq Ahmed.
Fair enough.
But
Go on.
this is the problem. The problem is that the government is run by Bharatiya Janata Party. The government in Sabarmati is run by Bharatiya Janata Party. Both the place, the criminal is placed in Bharatiya Janata Party state. He is conspiring there, and the gangs of Wasipur like scene is taking place in Uttar Pradesh. So it is possible that there is no help from the internal part of the government. Definitely
Okay.
they are.
There's
Because
a
it
grave
is
charge.
not
Anila
possible
Singh, quickly respond.
that it is not possible that two Bharatiya Janata Party
The
rule
reality
states
is Mr. Verma
and
cannot
the
give any
Atiq is there and
explanation.
you are.
Okay.
Let me complete. Gaurav, let me. It is happening
Mr.
without
You
the
cannot
help of
complete your,
these
you cannot
persons.
complete it
I
because
think
you do not
the
have any face. Mr.
total
Verma, that
criminal.
is enough.
One by
That
one.
is enough.
Okay.
I think
Ashutosh Sharma, you've
Just
raised a
hold it.
valid point.
Hold
You've
it.
raised a valid point. Anila Singh, you
Just
must
tell me,
respond.
if this is
BJP
the
government in
condition,
Gujarat,
so
BJP
the
government in
law and
Uttar
order
Pradesh.
is total
How is
failure
this
of
gangs
Uttar
of
Pradesh.
Wasipur operating in Uttar Pradesh?
no, you cannot say that. In Uttar Pradesh, at least since 2017, when Yogi Adityanath ji took the oath as a Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh,
Ma'am,
his
fact
first
remains,
agenda and
fact
mandate-
remains, Umesh Pal was killed. Fact remains, Guddu Muslim is still absconding. Shaista Parveen is still absconding. Asad, Atiq Ahmed's youngest son, still absconding. So are some of the other shooters, madam.
The way Umesh Pal was murdered, it is a self-goal. It is a self-goal, and it is really going to totally finish this gang. That is why, they are just absconding, they are running away. But the final thing is that for how long? Yogi's police is really going to catch them out. They have to come back to Uttar Pradesh, and they will be taken to task by the police administration, and then finally, of course, the judicial system is going to do its job.
Dr.
But the
Vikram
thing
Singh,
is that if
Dr.
somebody
Vikram
says,
Singh, as a
allow me
former
to finish.
DGP,
Allow me 5 seconds.
Go on, ma'am. Go on,
Just
ma'am.
5 seconds. I just want to say here to all those political parties, whether in center, whether in state, if they think that Yogi Adityanath's government is going to spare these criminals, then you are sadly mistaken. All those who are absconding in today's date, they will be behind the bars or whatever place they have to
Fair
be,
enough.
whether
Dr.
behind
Vikram
the
Singh,
bar
as a
or
former
somewhere else,
DGP of
they will be
UP,
punished.
do you buy the argument
10 seconds.
that though Atiq Ahmed and
10
Mukhtar, through Atiq Ahmed and Mukhtar Ansari, minorities are being targeted and minorities are in fear in Uttar Pradesh? That's also a point that the opposition makes.
Absolute nonsense, and nothing could be farther from truth than this. These are not minorities, they are criminals and the mafia, and they should be dealt with. And the way a cigarette butt is extinguished, they should be decimated in that manner. They should, and those who identify the minorities with Atiq and Mukhtar, well, I have my sympathies with them, and I feel very sorry for those. Minorities are represented by APJ Abdul Kalam Bharat Ratna, Havaldar Abdul Hamid Paramveer Chakra holder, Brigadier Usman, and not by Atiq and Mukhtar. We have much better and lofty ideas among the minority communities whom you and I salute.